Hello everyone. In our work, when we conduct electric power on-site operations, what do you think is the most important? Some students may say, completing the task is the most important. Some may think, the faster, the better. These are all correct. But the most important point is safety. How can we ensure safety? By following the Power Safety Work Regulations. Today, we will learn the organizational measures in the Power Safety Work Regulations. 1. Knowledge objectives. Be able to analyze organizational measures for on-site safety operations. 2. Skill objectives. Be able to apply the relevant regulations of the safety regulations to complete the filling of work tickets and master the basic safety operation procedures. The organizational measures to ensure safety includes 1. On-site inspection system. 2. Work ticket system. 3. Work permit system. 4. Work supervision system. 5. Work interruption and transfer system. 6. Work termination system. Totally 6 aspects. On-site inspection system. On-site inspection should check the maintenance, construction operations, the scope of required power outage, the retained live parts, the location of grounding wires, adjacent lines, crossings, multiple power sources, self-prepared power sources, underground pipeline facilities, and the conditions of work site, environment, and other facts affecting the work, and propose target safety measures and precautions. The work ticket issuer or the person in charge of the work believes it is necessary to conduct an on-site survey according to the task, organize an on-site survey and fill out the on-site survey record. Work ticket system. For marketing field operations, you can use the first or second tab of substantial work ticket, the first or second tab of distribution work ticket, low voltage work ticket, field operation worker card, other written records, or follow telephone orders. The work ticket is filled out by the person in charge of the work or by the work ticket issuer. Handing work tickets. 3 handover stations. Task handover, safety handover, technical handover. There are various work tickets. We mainly use the first tab of distribution work ticket and the second tab of work ticket. The work that requires the first tab of work ticket includes 1. Work on high voltage equipment, requiring a complete power outage or partial power outage. 2. Secondary systems and lighting circuits, requiring power outage of high voltage equipment or implementation of safety measures. 3. High voltage power cables, requiring power outage. 4. Other work, requiring power outage of high voltage equipment or implementation of safety measures. The second tab of work ticket is used for control panels and low voltage distribution panels, distribution boxes, work on power chunks. 2. Secondary systems and lighting circuits, work on circuits without requiring power outage of high voltage equipment or implementation of safety measures. 3. Non-operating personnel using insulated rods and voltage transformers for freezing or using clamp ammeters to measure the current in high voltage circuits. 4. Work that does not involve contact with live equipment or conductive parts. 5. High voltage power cables that do not require power outage. Work ticket. Personnel listed. Basic qualifications. Work ticket issuer should be familiar with personnel. Technical level. Familiar with distribution network, wiring math. Familiar with equipment status. Familiar with these regulations, and have relevant work experience. Production leaders. Technical personnel or personnel approved by the unit to be assigned. The list should be published. Person in charge of the work should have professional work experience, familiar with the equipment within the work scope, familiar with these regulations, and approved by the workshop. Seen below. Personnel to be assigned. The list should be published. Work permit issuer should be familiar with distribution network wiring math, familiar with the equipment within the work scope, familiar with these regulations, and approved by the workshop. Personnel to be assigned. The list should be published. Special supervisory personnel should have relevant professional work experience, familiar with the equipment within the work scope, and these regulations personnel to be assigned. Work permit system. The permit issuer should complete the tasks listed in the work ticket, which they are responsible for, such as power outage and grounding measures, after safety measures are implemented, and then issue the work permit order. The work permit issuer, before issuing the work permit order to the person in charge of the work, before issuing the order, should record the name of the work team, the name of the person in charge, the work location, and the work task, on-site handing off, the work permit procedures. The work permit issuer should verify with the person in charge the name of the line and the dual name of the equipment. Check and verify the on-site safety measures, indicate the live parts to be retained. Face-to-face permit. The work permit issuer and the person in charge of the work should record the permit time on the work ticket and sign separately. 2. Telephone permit. The work permit issuer and the person in charge of the work should record separately the permit time and the name of both parties, and verify by repeating. Work supervision system. After the work permit is issued, the person in charge of the work, special supervisory personnel, should inform the work team members of the work content, division of label, live parts, and on-site safety measures, inform of danger points, and sign for confirmation. Conform the procedures before ensuring the start work order. The work ticket issuer and the person in charge of the work should appoint special supervisory personnel for work with electrical hazards, complex maintenance, constructions, or accident-prone work, and determine the personnel to be supervised and the scope of work. Work interruption transfer system. During work, in case of thunderstorms, rain, strong winds, threatening the safety of works, the person in charge of the work or special supervisory personnel should order work to stop. Work interruption If the work team leaves the work site, measures should be taken, or personnel should be assigned to guard to prevent people or animals from approaching the work site. Work completion system. After the work is completed, the site should be cleaned up. The person in charge of the work should check the condition of work area to confirm that electrical equipment and other auxiliary equipment have no personnel safety lines or other tools and materials left behind, and no tools and materials left behind. Ensure all personnel are indeed off the equipment before ordering the removal of the grounding lines and other safety measures. PPT 21. After the work is completed, the site should be cleaned up. The person in charge of the work should check the condition of the work area, confirm that distribution equipment and distribution lines, tools, conductors, insulators, and other auxiliary equipment have no personnel safety lines and other tools and materials left behind. Ensure all personnel are indeed off the line before ordering the removal of the grounding lines and other safety measures installed by the work team. After the grounding lines are removed, no one is allowed to work on poles or on equipment. Students, we will review this course and summarize on-site safety work is the most important. Remember the safety organizational measures, all 6. These 6 are on-site survey system, work ticket system, work permit system, work supervision system, work interruption and transfer system, work completion system. Students, the prerequisite for all production is to ensure safety. Safety is paramount. Goodbye.